one good left jab, and that gives him confidence. You can't start reaching.
Don Turner is yelling at Evander from his corner. He doesn't want to fight.
Going right down the middle with that right hand.
Uppercut by Lewis as Evander jumps in with the jab.
Gets from him.
And now, just as was the case in New York, Lennox Lewis able to stick the jab in Holyfield's face repeatedly and start to set up power shots. Uppercut.
And don't allow this guy to get the distance, George, so I wouldn't have to remember him.
Hard right hand by Holyfield. Cleanest punch of the bout so far.
Lewis is bending down.
And Holyfield landed the left hook.
Bending down.
What he saw in round number 3. Another big right hand for Holyfield. Kind of slid past Evander's ear, though.
Yep.
Here, early on.
You know what? Good left hook.
Solid left hook by Holyfield. And Holyfield grinning as Lewis lands a big right hand. And Halpern telling Holyfield to watch his head as Lewis goes under and then over with the right hand and almost throws Holyfield over the top rope. Does start to trickle outside his right eye as he goes back to the uppercut and busts Holyfield again.
You cannot be allowed to be hit in the chest as a heavyweight. Turn this thing into a fight. He didn't need to be in the fight.
And there's what Lennox Lewis was talking about, I guess, when he said right now, uppercut lands Holyfield off and lands the uppercut again. He's just waiting on that uppercut now. Buster Douglas got himself knocked out against Evander Holyfield, trying to land an uppercut from distance.
In the storm, he takes it. Lewis should be jabbing and making this a fight.
They both land uppercuts there. Holyfield with the right hand and Lewis with his own right hand. Big left hook by Holyfield.
They're head to head now, head to head.
Lewis is hurt. Now Lewis smiles as Holyfield comes in. Holyfield thinks he's got a target.
It was a left hook inside that hurt Lewis.
It was a big one. That left hook partially blocked by Lewis's right hand. Lennox leans against the ropes himself. Holyfield
hurt. That body shot hurt. Evander Holyfield landed a good body shot and it hurt Lewis.
Hard left hook by Holyfield. Lewis stunned again. Lewis stands in. Holyfield fires back with the left hook.
But here comes Lewis now.
Lewis rallying again. Combinations. Hard right hand by Holyfield. Lewis to the body. His own right hand lands flush. They trade shots at close range. Round 7, the best round. These two fighters have fought against each other in 2 fights.
To the body by Holyfield again. Left hook upstairs now.
Another left hook, and Lewis backs up and ducks. Fires a right hand back and goes to the body.
Leaning forward now. He is into trouble. If only Holyfield could just muster up Lewis has that he's going to fight.
Lewis getting smarter. So it's a much more even fight. But despite everything we're saying, Lewis has landed some shots in this round and may in fact be winning the round.
Couldn't miss if he just jumped in a Floyd Patterson left hook.
Which he did right there.
Jump in.
Their heads come together again, and Lewis produces some good infighting as he drives Evander back to the ropes. Lennox Lewis has never knocked an opponent out past the 8th round. Holyfield has. The Englishman showed courage and heart in the 10th round to win the fight. Holyfield. Well, Evander Holyfield won't back down from anybody. Uppercut lands for Lewis. Holyfield misses the left hook.
But will Lewis take advantage of it?
Multiple punches for Lewis. Holyfield not throwing back. Fires the right and drives Lewis into the ropes. Lennox goes back to the body and the uppercut. Thrashing Holyfield with power shots. Holyfield's going to try to flurry again to convince the judges he's won the round.
He's an excellent boxer. Knows what to do and when to do it.
Lewis
he should try to create as much of this as he can.
But he just landed another big right uppercut.
That's why he shouldn't do it.
Straight right hand lands for Lewis. Evander not throwing right now. Lewis with 2
goes to the left, nothing.
Left hook lands for Lewis.
He just stands there and does whatever he wants.
Ooh, hard left hook by Holyfield. Ooh. combination by Lewis. Holyfield lands a kind of effort the two fighters are putting forth. But still, Lewis throws more and lands more in almost every game. 4 punches land for Lewis. Holyfield can't. I'm not saying I disagree with him.
He's got to pull it out. He just can't sit there and box this round. He's got to fight. If ever you're going to fight, this is the fight of your life.
Right hand.
Lewis
Holyfield trying to put the pressure on. Uppercut lands for Lewis. In 5 more seconds of fighting. They fought a lot better fight this time. And the fans appreciate it.
Jerry Roth scores at 115 to 113. Judge Chuck Jompa scores at 116 to 112. Judge at ringside Bill Graham sees it 117 to 111. All 3 in favor of the winner and the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Lennox Lewis.
You had some anxious moments after this fight, understandably. What were you thinking about before they announced the decision?
Well, I was concerned because it went to the decision. I was really concerned because, you know, I realized that he wasn't doing any work in the beginning of the rounds and he was trying to steal at the end of the round. So I didn't know what the judges were looking for. So I was trying to bide my time and score the points at the same time.
He hit you with more shots in this fight, some clean shots. In the middle of the fight, he seemed to daze you for a moment. Were you ever seriously hurt?
No, I wasn't hurt. I was just playing. I was playing because I wanted him to sap his energy a bit. And it worked for a couple because I realized he was breathing after that.
What did he do to make this a more difficult fight?
Well, you know, when I was jabbing him, he was just coming in with his head and trying to get in close with his head. So I was concerned about his head, at the same time backing up and trying to score my points.
So you were not able to control the fight with your jab as you did last time because he jabbed more, because he came inside more, and so you had to engage him in more exchanges in this fight?
Yeah, when I was exchanging with him, he was keeping his head low and he was coming in straight with his head straight. So it was hard for me to engage some shots. Sometimes I would just move him to the side and throw off a combination. I was trying to catch him with a jab as he was coming in.
As we're standing here, 6,500 British fans traveled 5,000 miles to witness this moment. What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking I've got to go on with all the belts, for real. With all these fans coming here to support me, I've got to pull it out. So I have to push myself and get in there and really, you know, really dig down.
The first unified heavyweight champion from Britain in a century. What do you think this will do for your legacy as a fighter, for the respect you have tried to win over the last decade? I
think, you know, I went through some trials and tribulations, and, you know, enough people were trying to stop me. The Americans didn't want me to take it over the Atlantic to Britain, but I actually persevered and succeeded.